Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new features Ringover webinar. So in this webinar, we're going to talk about all of the new features in your Ringover web app and dashboard. So thank you for coming. Thank you for participating in our webinar. Just before we start, so a few more people can join us, just going to show you our super page. So let me just switch to English. So in the super page, you're going to find all of the articles about the Ringover features and how to activate them, how to use them, and also the list of our best webinars. So you're going to find all of the webinars that we have done on multiple topics such as API, how to improve your ROI with Empower, the IVR, and also our next webinar. So feel free to check this list and join our next webinars. Let me show you as well our self-learning platform. So you have here by typing ringover.com/first steps with Ringover, a platform where you can learn how to use the Ringover tool. So whether you are a basic user, an admin, or a supervisor, you have access to all of this information just by clicking here. You have training paths as well as videos, tutorials to show you how to use the features. We also have a new Ringover features video and also our past webinars. So feel free as well to check all of these platforms, the super page and the self-learning platform. So let's start today's webinar once again. Welcome everyone to this new Ringover features webinar. My name is Marcos. I am part of the quality and learning team here at Ringover. I am joined today by Nuhela. So Nuhela will be answering all of your questions in the question tab. So if you ever have any question during my presentation, feel free to ask all of your questions. Nuhela will answer them. And if by the end of the webinar, we still have some questions left, I will also answer the questions live. So let's start the webinar. Here's our agenda for today. So we're going to see the parallel dialer, which is a new feature for the UK users, the tag groups, the tag analytics percentage, the new call campaign list, and the call assist for those who use the Ringover application. So the parallel dialer, this is a new feature that will allow you when you are in a call campaign to call multiple people at once. So you can call from 2 people simultaneously to 5 people simultaneously during your call campaign. The first person that answers the call will be in communication with you, and then all of the other ones, they will be back to the list of the call campaign. So what happens is you launch your call campaign, you're going to call, let's say, 5 people at once simultaneously. The first person to answer the call will be in communication with you. All of the other 4 ones, they will be back to the call campaign list, so you can call them again another time. So of course, this can go from 2 to 5 simultaneous calls because you need to have 5 outgoing channels in order to call 5 people simultaneously. I'm going to show you during the demo how to activate more than 2 outgoing channels. So this is the parallel dialer. This is a new feature for the call campaigns available for the UK users. So this is not available in France. So even if you have a French number in UK, you're not going to be able to use this feature. So you need to have a UK number in order to use the feature. You also have the tag groups. So the tag groups is basically a new view of your tags from the dashboard that will help you to better organize your tags. So for instance, let's say you have multiple tags on the topic of the client support. So you're going to create a group called client support, and you're going to add all of your tags related to that topic inside this group. So this will help you to better understand where are your tags, how to find them more easily, And then you can continue to use your tags individually in the web app. So this will not change. Every time you want to use a tag, you can use it individually to tag a call. But in the dashboard, in order for you to find your tags more easily, we created this group view that is available from the marketplace as well. So this is a free add-on. You just need to activate it. I'm going to show you also during the demo how to do that. We also have the tag analytics percentage. So the tag analytics already existed. We just added the percentage. So this way you can see how much of your calls have tags compared to the total calls that you have. So you can verify if your teams are really using the tags that they need to use in order to better identify the calls. We also have the new call campaign lists. So this new view of the call campaign will allow you to also have a better organization to find your call campaigns more easily. And also you can, with this new view, launch up to 5 call campaigns simultaneously. So that means that you can have up to 5 call campaigns running simultaneously. And then if you need to launch 6 call campaigns, so if you need to launch more than 5 call campaigns, you either need to purchase the add-on for you to have more than 5 call campaigns cards, or you can basically reuse a call campaign that has already been launched and that is finished. So I'll also show you during the demo how to do that. The last feature is the call assist. So once again, this is a feature for the users that use the mobile app. So if you use the mobile app, sometimes you're going to try to make some calls. As you know, Ringover use VoIP, so voice over internet protocol, in order to do the calls. So we use the internet instead of using the traditional network. But if you activate the call assist and you're in a call, let's say you enter a meeting room and then you lose internet connection. In this case, the call assist will transfer the call to the traditional network, so you will not miss the call. But this call is still treated by Ringover. You still be able to find the call in the dashboard. The person that is in communication with you, we still see the Ringover business number. Nothing will change. It's just that we're going to use the traditional network in order to assure that the call will not hang up because of a poor internet connection. So since this is in the mobile web, there's no demo. So we have a little video that will show you how to activate it. So you're in the mobile app. If you scroll down, you have call mode. And then you have call assist, which is the second option within the call mode. And then you need to type the number that we will use to link the traditional network with. So I'm going to show you the video again. So basically go to call mode, choose call assistant, and then type the number. And that's it. The feature is activated. Okay, so let's now do the demo. Once again, feel free to ask all of your questions in the question tab, and Nuhala will answer them. So let's see the demo. I'm going to show you, first of all, the call assist. So I'm going to share my screen to show you the parallel dialer. I'm sorry, the parallel dialer, not the call assist. So the parallel dialer is a feature that is available in your call campaigns. So here, as you can see, let me just switch this to English. As you can see, my web app has the power dialer activated. So let me just close this. So we have the power dialer activated here. If you don't have the power dialer activated, just go to outgoing calls, and then you can activate the power dialer here. So the power dialer is basically the tool that will help you to make call campaigns. So once the power dialer is activated, just come here. You need to also activate the button here. So you activate the power dialer, and you can deactivate it also if you want to do a traditional call campaign where you're going to call only one person and then the next person. So I already have two call campaigns here that I created. I'm going to choose this one. As you can see, I have a lot of numbers here. These are all Ringover support numbers. So I can just click on start. Once again, my parallel dialer here, the button is activated. I click on start. Then, as you can see, I'm calling two people at once. And then the first person to answer the call will be in communication. And then the second person will hang up and go back to the call list. So as you can see, the first person picked up the call. It's a machine, so it's an IVR. And then the second person that I was trying to call went back to my call campaign list. Once again, just gonna pause my call campaign. So this is the parallel dialer that you can activate once again here. You need to first purchase the add-on. Of course, I'm gonna show you here. If you come to the marketplace, you have here the parallel dialer. So click on parallel dialer, choose the user that you want to activate the parallel dialer, and you can click here and you're going to activate it. So of course you have the price of the parallel dialer here per user. And as I told you, normally in Ringover, you're going to have two outgoing channels. So that means that you can call up to two people simultaneously. So you can make two outgoing calls at the same time. But you can go up to 5. You can go beyond 2 outgoing calls if you also in the marketplace. Here, let me just show you. Here you have this option, additional channel out. So if you take this option, you can activate more than 2 outgoing channels. That means that you can call more than 2 people at the same time. So you can make more than 2 outgoing calls at the same time if you purchase this add-on. So let's say you have now 5 outgoing channels. When you use the parallel dialer, you're going to be able to call up to 5 people at the same time during a call campaign. And once again, the first person that answers the call will be in communication with you. The other 4 people will be back to the call campaign. Feel free to ask any questions if you have questions on the parallel dialer. We're going to see now the next feature, which is the tag groups. So the tag groups is also an add-on, but this add-on is free, so it's available here in the marketplace. You can activate it or deactivate it. In my case, it's already activated, so I'm just gonna go to my tags. As you can see, I have multiple groups for my multiple tags. So for instance, for my call campaign, I created a tag called test campaign. I can create a new one, let's say webinar in English, and then I'm gonna pick a color. So that means that this tag belongs to this group, but just for my organization here in the dashboard, I can choose to share these tags with specific users or with my whole team, my company. And when I'm back in the web app, I can continue to use my tags individually. So I can just come here, I can choose tag, and then I can continue to use them individually. So the fact that they are in a group here in the dashboard doesn't change their behavior in the web app. It's just a view so you can have a better organization of your tags. However, if you don't like this view, if you prefer if the tags are all organized individually here in the dashboard, you can, of course, deactivate it in the marketplace. So let's go back to the marketplace. You can come here, you can click on deactivate, go back to the tags, and then you have all of your tags organized individually like we had before. I'm going to activate it again. So you can activate it for free. Let's go back to the call tags. And here we have all of the tags that don't have a group. So you can have tags inside groups. And if you create a tag and you don't assign a group to that specific tag, it's no problem because you're going to still be able to find that tag here in the ungrouped tags section. Okay, so this was the group tags. Let's now see the tag analytics. So I'm gonna come here, tag analytics. Okay, so the tag analytics already existed once again. So it shows you the tags that you are using the most. So you have kind of a ranking of your tags. They are assigned to a call. And now the new feature that we have in the dashboard is the percentage of the calls. So now you can see how many of your calls, well, here I'm filtering in the last 15 days, how many of your calls have tags. So in a total of more than 300, I have 8 calls with tags. So I can really see if my teams are really tagging their calls or not, if they are assigned to add a tag to the calls or not. So I can verify this by checking the percentage of the tag of the calls that have a tag. Let's now see the last feature, which is the call campaign list. So the call campaign list will be here in the call campaign. So in this section of the dashboard, you're going to find all of your call campaigns that you create to share with your colleagues, with your coworkers. So by creating the call campaign here and assigning a user, the user will find the call campaign here in the Power Dialer section of the web app. So the user will find them here in the share campaigns because this campaign is shared with all of the users. So I can come here, for instance, and I'm gonna choose this card. So once again, when you start using this call campaign feature, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 call campaigns cards. So that means that you can have up to 5 simultaneous call campaigns going on in your Ringover dashboard. If you want to have more than 5 call campaigns, you need to come here in the marketplace, and then you go to the booster and you find the additional call campaigns. And then you can activate it. Every time you activate this add-on, you're going to pay the price for it, and you're going to activate 5 more call campaigns. So in this case, as you can see, I activated it 3 times, and we got now 20 call campaigns cards. So every time you activated it, you have 5 more call campaigns in your list. Let's go back here, call campaigns. I have 20 call campaigns because I activated the add-on. I'm going to choose this one or let's do this one. You can click here if you want to reuse a call campaign card. If your colleague already finished the call campaign and they told you, Marcos, it's okay, you can use it, I already called all of my clients, then you can come here, you can click here, and you can reset all of the call campaign. So as you can see, you erased all of the contacts of the campaign. Of course, the analytics, so the statistics for this call campaign, they will still be available in the call logs. In this case, I just erased the contacts. So the contacts that my colleague was calling, I cannot see the contacts anymore, and I can add my own contacts to this call campaign. I can click here. I can leave this name because I don't care about the name of my campaign. I can add a script here. can save the script. So the script will appear when I'm going to launch my call campaign here in the dashboard. I can add a tag. So this is also important. If you're creating a call campaign, you should always add a tag to your call campaign, because this will help you to find your calls afterwards. So for instance, if I add this tag to my call campaign, if I want to find afterwards my call campaigns in the call logs or in the analytics, I can just look for this tag, and all of the calls that will have this tag, well, I know already that they are part of my call campaign. So you should always think of adding tags to your call campaigns. Okay, so afterwards you can add your phone numbers here. I'm going to just add a phone number manually for the example. You can click on next, and then you need to choose the row with the numbers. So I just choose this one, done. Okay, so you can choose how many call attempts this call campaign will be able to make. And then you can add the users that will be assigned to this call campaign. So I'm going to assign myself. So by doing this, when I log in my web app, when I come here in the Power Dialer, I'm going to find this call campaign in my Power Dialer. So I can save my changes and I can launch my campaign. So as you can see, now I'm seeing my campaign here in the web app because I shared this campaign with my user and I launched it so I can make my calls using the Power Dialer in my web app. And I can, of course, start my call campaign. So this is the new view of your call campaign. Once again, you're going to have 5 call campaigns card. If you want to have more than 5 call campaigns simultaneously, you need to pay for the add-on, or you can just reuse your call campaigns cards every time just by doing the reset campaign here, the reset campaign button. So now the campaign is reset. So this was the last feature. I just saw that we have a question from Malik. So hi, thanks for the demo. Can I import contacts from CRM or Google Sheets and would be saved automatically in Ringover contacts? So Malik, the answer is yes. You can import your contacts from a CRM. In this case, you need an integration. So an integration is something that you will find here in the dashboard. So just come here. You have the marketplace, you have the apps, and then you have the integration. So you can just look for your CRM. Either you are using, I don't know, Bullhorn, or you use HubSpot or Salesforce or maybe Zoho. You can try to find your CRM here. We have connections, integrations with a lot of CRMs. So chances are you're going to find your CRM here already done. So you can activate the integration. So just click on the integration, then you can click on activate it. And you need to follow the steps in order to activate it. Sometimes you need to create an API key in your CRM in order to connect with your Ringover account. But either way, we have articles on all of the integrations. So you just need to follow the step by step in order to integrate. And then we will have synchronization with the database of your CRM. So you will have access to all of your contacts from HubSpot, from Zoho, appearing in the Ringover interface. So we have a connection with the database, and you're going to find all of your contacts in the Ringover web app. However, if you don't have, if you don't use a tool, let's say you use an internal tool of your company, and you don't have an integration that is already available here, you can use the Ringover API in order to try to do the integration yourself. Of course, in this case, you will need the help of a support team. in the case you are not a developer. If you are a developer, you can do it yourself, or you can also ask for the help of technical team. And then you just need to access the Ringover technical documentation. You can find it by typing developer.ringover.com. So here you have access to the Ringover API. You have access to all of the API requests that you can send, that you can use in order to create an integration and also share informations with external tools outside of Ringover. So we have these two options. Either you find your integration already here, which is the simpler one, or if you don't find your integration here, if you use a tool that is not yet available in our marketplace, you can also create a ticket for the support suggesting the support team to create this integration. Maybe it's a tool that we haven't heard of yet, or you can try to do the integration yourself by using the API, the technical documentation. And just to finish your answer, Malek, you can also import your contacts by going here in the dashboard. So go to Other, and then here you can add files. So of course it needs to respect the guidelines. So limit of 5,000 contacts per import, and it needs to be in CSV file, CSV or TXT. And here you have how the contacts should appear in the document. You also have this option if you want to import contacts to your web app. Johnny, so Nuhela just shared with you the link to the first steps with Ringover page. I'm going to also share the technical documentation link with you. Just adding the link. Okay, so you will probably see a notification with the developer page. So by clicking on this page, you will see the technical documentation in order to do an integration yourself. In the case your integration doesn't already exist in the marketplace of your dashboard. Okay, so just gonna wait a few more minutes to see if you have any more questions. Gonna show you again, so the support page that you can find by typing support.ringover.com. So in the support page, you're going to find all of the articles on the analytics, integrations, API and webhooks, all of the articles that can be useful for your Ringover use. And also you have the list of our past webinars. We also have a webinar on how to choose the best integration for your business, and also how to unlock the power of the Ringover API in case you are interested in these topics. So Malek just asked a question. So I'm assuming you want to know if by using the Ringover API, you will be able to so if you select 2 attempts, any prospects that couldn't be reached the first time are added back to the list and can be called again after at least an hour. Oh, you want to know if you can schedule the calling back? I don't think that is available. I feel like you need to go back to your call campaign, because what happens is when you try to call someone once, well, you need to give the person space before calling the person again. So the call will be back in the call campaign, and then you're going to find the call in the campaign list. I don't have any numbers here. Maybe in this campaign, you will find the call back to your list, and then you need to launch your call campaign again in order to call the person again. So yes, so you will, if you use the parallel dialer, you will call, let's say, 5 people at the same time. The first person that will pick up the phone will be in communication with you. The other four will be back to the call campaign, and then you need to wait for at least an hour just to leave the person some time before calling the person back. And then you need to go back to your call campaign and activate the call campaign again, because I don't feel like you can schedule actually a call, because, well, you need to be in front of your application. Maybe you can schedule your call and you go grab a coffee, and then what if the call launches and you're not in front of your web app? So I don't feel like scheduling a call campaign would be available. So you really need to click here in order to launch your call campaign. One thing that you can schedule in the web app is the SMS. So you can schedule the SMS. You can click here, you can select the number, and then you can just type the client's number here. And then you can type your SMS, and then you can schedule it for maybe tomorrow. You can edit it. And in your case, you can leave a message to the client. Hi, I tried to contact you. And then you schedule the SMS. This is something that you can schedule, but I don't feel like you can schedule a callback. Like you can schedule the launch of your campaign. You really need to come here, and then you need to activate your campaign manually. You need to click here in order to activate the call campaign again. I hope I answered your question, Malik. I'm going to wait a few more minutes to see if you have more questions. So I showed you the support page. I'm going to also share with you just really quickly before we finish. Gonna find the link. Okay, I'm adding the link, has a notification. So you're going to see a notification for our survey. So it's just one question. So if you want to share your experience, your feelings about the webinar, or if you have suggestions for improvements, topics that we should talk about in the next webinar, feel free to click on the link, and then you're going to be redirected to the survey. It's just one question, so really quickly, you will finish the survey. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for participating. I hope I answered all of your questions. And so Malik, you have one question. What happens if after 1 hour I'm out of working hours? Should the system relaunch the second retry the next day? So the system will never, I feel like the system will not relaunch automatically the call campaign. So you need to activate it manually. So I don't feel, if you are outside of your working hours, the call campaign will not launch. Maybe the client will try to call you back, and then you're going to have a missed call notification. But the call campaign will not automatically. The call campaign will not activate. The call campaign will not call people by itself. So you need to click. You need to manually click on the button for the call campaign to activate. So I don't feel like it's possible for the call campaign to be launched automatically when you're not in front of the web app and clicking on the button. So you need to click on the button for the call campaign to be launched. But the client can call you back during that time. The client can try to reach you when you are outside of your working hours. But in this case, you're going to have a missed call, or you're going to have a voicemail. But one thing that you can have is when you're trying to reach people and they're not available, instead of just leaving voicemails live, So you can pre-record the voicemails that you're going to leave to the people that you're trying to reach. So let me just find you. So it's in the outgoing calls, I'm sorry. So you have the voicemail drop, which is a pre-recorded voicemail. So you can record a new voicemail. So let's record it. So I'm recording my voicemail, get a stop. Okay, my voicemail here is here. So you can call it voicemail call campaign. You can save it. Now you have a voicemail drop available for you. So every time you're going to call someone, the person is not available. Instead of every time someone is not available, having to record a voicemail, you have already a voicemail recorded by default where you can say, hi, my name is Marcos. I'm trying to reach you to talk about Ringover. So you have already the recording here. If the person is not available, you just click on the button. You're going to have a button that will appear here in your dialer. You click on the button and then you leave the voicemail to the person. So you can have this pre-recorded. So maybe it's going to be easier for you to make your call campaigns. But the call campaign, once again, will not be launched automatically unless you click on the button. So thank you all for participating. Thank you for your questions. And I see you maybe in the next webinar. Thank you. Have a nice day.